In the news, NNPC Limited to train and empower 6,000 vulnerable farmers across 6 geopolitical zones. Plus, Association of Federal Heads of Establishments pays condolence visit to family of former chairman of the association, late Udwak Obot. Hello, welcome to NTA Uyo News at this hour. My name is Okon Ndem. Thanks for joining us. This broadcast is reaching you live on Star Times Channel 103, as well as our social media platforms on Facebook and YouTube. We'll begin by telling you this morning that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited NNPC Foundation is targeting to train and empower 6,000 vulnerable farmers across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country in climate-resilient farming techniques. Calvin Samuel reports that this initiative is part of efforts to improve food security in Nigeria.
Organized by the NNPC Foundation, this initiative, according to the Managing Director, represented by the Executive Director of Programs Development, Bala David, is aimed at empowering vulnerable farmers with the needed knowledge and skills that will translate into food security, economic empowerment, and national development.
This particular one has to do with agriculture, for us to train farmers in order for them to increase their production and to train them and eventually to empower them in several areas.
Some beneficiaries, while appreciating the NNPC Foundation for the laudable initiative, note that it has equipped them with the needed skill for improved yield.
So with the development, it therefore means agriculture or farming will be seen in a greater height, because training the farmers, you have lifted up their development, you have lifted up their position, and more is to be achieved.
So I thank NNPC Limited that God will give them grace to forward this program next time in Akwa Ibom.
They taught us water management in agriculture, how to plant, cultivate during dry season through irrigation.
The program, which comes in 2 phases, is to cover southeast, south-south, and southwest, north-central, northwest, and northeast. In Uyo, Calvin Samuel, NTA News.
Thank you, Calvin. Beyond the immediate devastation of floods, fires, and accidents lies a less visible crisis: the amplified vulnerability of people with disabilities. Living with diverse physical, sensory, intellectual, and psychophysical impairment means that every day risks are magnified during emergencies, and while the world scrambles for safety, this group faces unique and often insurmountable hurdles. How do they survive when disaster strikes? Charles Alpha will offer vital insights into their experience.
The Harmattan wind carrying the scent of wood smoke and damp earth, a familiar prelude to the rainy season in Nigeria. But for Ifani, a visually impaired young man since age 11, the rains bring not just relief from the heat, but a severe anxiety and memories of harrowing fire experiences where he barely escaped, and a robbery experience on the night of his wedding.
All we knew that the fire now, the thing flamed. So the fire was more. Everybody left the hostel, and I was the hostel captain. So some even flew through the window, some followed through the door, some even, in fact, I myself, I don't know what to do.
The hotel we booked, we actually supposed to be in that hotel, but thank God I slept off because it was with people. So I slept off, and I wasn't awake, because if I was awake, we would have gone to that hotel. But his best man went there, and that night was robbed. So I was like imagining, because he tried running. I said, if we're in this place, how are we going to navigate? Like, how are we going to run?
Imagine a blind person disoriented after a car crash, unable to assess their surroundings or called for help. Or consider someone with an intellectual disability struggling to understand instructions from first responders. These scenarios underscore the critical need for emergency response for this set of people. Ifanyi's story is not unique. Across Nigeria, people living with disabilities face a disproportionate burden during emergencies like flood, fires, and other forms of accidents.
People with disabilities are among the most affected when climate change-induced crises happen.
Women who are physically challenged or women who are blind. So think of when there is flooding, think of when there is environmental degradation and things like that. What happens to this set of women?
While everyone is vulnerable in such situations, the challenges are often amplified for those with disabilities, turning already terrifying events into potentially life-threatening ordeals. Floods increasingly present a unique set of obstacles. Even reaching higher ground can be a struggle without assistant and accessible infrastructure.
For individuals like Ifanyi with visual impairments, evacuation becomes a Herculean task. Rushing currents, slippery surfaces, and inaccessible evacuation routes can turn a desperate escape into impossibility.
Fire poses heightened risk, while impaired people struggle to navigate smoke-filled environments, and those with mobility issues may be unable to escape quickly. Deaf individuals may not hear alarms, the shadow of discrimination, and the weight of legislation when it comes to implementation are a concern.
Addressing climate change impact is all about inclusivity, is more inclusivity. How do we build the resilience of the most vulnerable groups?
Equipping people with disabilities to deal with emergencies, Ifanyi and Confidence say, requires the involvement of people like them in the design and testing of early warning systems to ensure their effectiveness and usability.
They need a proper environment, a secured environment, because these people can't run if some accident or some emergency happened.
You are living with persons with disability as your neighbor. Please don't discriminate against them. You can check on them. You can go to them, ask them, how are you doing? How was your night and all that. Some people find it difficult to talk to us.
By prioritizing accessibility, fostering inclusivity, and empowering people with disabilities, Nigeria can move towards a future where everyone, regardless of their abilities, has an equal chance of safety and survival during time of crisis. Charles Alpha, NTA News.
Thank you, Charles, for that insight. We'll take a break, the news continues shortly after this time out. Please stay.
Rose Bay Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24 hours power supply with free Wi-Fi services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Badger Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Water is life. Aqua Cardinali Water provides the highest quality drinking water. Aqua Cardinali Water is owned by the Catholic Diocese of Uyo, produced and packaged by Cadisem Enterprises Nigeria. It is available in 19 liters dispenser jar, 60 cl sachet, 50 cl and 75 cl table water. Visit Aqua Cardinali Water at number 34 Dominic Utuk Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Drink Aqua Cardinali water, certified by NAFDAC and Standard Organization of Nigeria. Call 0903-288-2958. Aqua Cardinali water. Drink pure. Stay healthy.
Welcome back. Thanks for being there. The Dean of College of Cardinals, Giovanni Battista, has urged his peers to maintain church unity in the choice of a new pontiff. This was during a special mass celebrated in the Vatican before conclave to elect new Pope. Ekene Ndulwe reports.
Cardinals from around the world arrived for a special mass at St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican ahead of the conclave to elect a new Pope. The mass, presided over by the Dean of the College of Cardinals, Giovanni Battista Re, is the last rite celebrated publicly before the cardinals are locked in to choose a successor to Pope Francis. Cardinal Battista Re urged his peers to choose someone able to protect the Catholic Church's unity. This is also a strong call to maintain the unity of the Church on the path traced out by Christ to the apostles. Visibly among the cardinals from Nigeria is Francis Cardinal Arinze, who during the prayer of the faithful called on the Blessed Virgin Mary and all the saints for their intercession. This afternoon, the cardinals will walk to the Sistine Chapel to cast their votes beneath the famous Renaissance frescoes. Once cardinals enter the chapel around 5:30 p.m., they will have no communication with the outside world until a new pope is elected. This marks the beginning of the conclave, which is derived from a Latin word meaning locked with key. If one candidate does not receive a 2/3 majority vote, another election is held. This process is repeated until one candidate has received the necessary votes. After the first vote later today, smoke will emerge from the Sistine Chapel chimney. Black smoke means more voting will take place tomorrow. White means we have a new pope. In Abuja, Ekene Ndulwe, NTA News.
Tributes and condolences have continued to pour in following the death of the Zonal Coordinator Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River Operations and Administration, Dr. Uduak Silas Obot. The latest to visit and register its condolence is the Association of Heads of Federal Establishments, Akwa Ibom State's chapter. Janime Uku reports.
The Association of Heads of Federal Establishments, Akwa Ibom State's chapter, led by its chairperson, arrived the Uyo residence of the late Dr. Uduak Obot. The visit is to commiserate with the family of Dr. Obot, who was not just one of their own, but their immediate past chairman. The association deeply mourns the demise, noting that Dr. Uduak Obot was a valuable asset to everyone he came in contact with, and will be sorely missed.
We are really deep in sorrow with what happens. Dr. Uduak Obot was a very committed, compassionate leader.
The family is grateful to the Association of Heads of Federal Establishments for the visit and words of encouragement, stressing that the late Dr. Obot showed compassion to all who had contact with him.
He was a very dedicated man. He was a very good man, a man that had a good heart. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you. God bless you.
It's always with us during our meetings and giving us very useful contributions. I want to really emphasize our appreciation. God bless you and bless you and bless you in Jesus' name.
Specifically, he was in love with you and the federal parishioners and your group. So we thank you. Friday, of course, you know, final day for us to commit him to Mother Earth.
The late Dr. Uduak Obot was aged 59. He will be buried on Friday, May 9, 2025 at his country home, Nkot Ikorebo, in Etimekpo local government area of Akwa Ibom State. Dianime Uko, NTA News.
We'll take yet another break. The news will continue after this time out. Please stay.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afaga Fort, over Back Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class Blue Sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, make Prisma Hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Tafaga Fort, off a Back Road Uyo your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Get ready for the 3rd edition of NTA Uyo Virtual Children's Paper Presentation. Submit a write-up on the given themes. Category A, Bridging Gender Gaps in Career and Leadership. Category B, The Impact of Teenage Mentorship by Parents and Teachers. Interested schools should register and submit entries on or before May 15, 2025. Rate 20,000 Naira per school. Shortlisted candidates will be invited for virtual paper presentation via Zoom and grand finale. Date Tuesday, May 27, 2025. Venue NTA Uyo Arena. Time 12 p.m. prompt. First prize 100,000 Naira. Second prize 70,000 Naira. Third prize 50,000 Naira plus many consolation prizes. For enquiries, please call Ekaite on 0803-882-7840. Our children, teach them well and let them lead.
College Jaws, you will dive into exhilarating hands that will fuel your passion in education and propel your career to new heights. We don't just teach, we craft the next generation of media leaders. Explore our diverse offering, understanding the personnel matters and issues in the public service, basic development communication, financial reporting under IPSAS, and interpretation of public sector accounting standard IPSAS, audit, internal check and control management, video camera maintenance, new technologies, optics, fiber, IP technologies, automation, storage management, and wireless technology. Challenges and opportunities in the secretarial profession in the digital age. Digital marketing, basic drama, online reporting, understanding the provisions of the revised public service, audio engineering operations and maintenance, camera operations, and intermediate drama. Mark your calendar. The second quarter of 2025 is your launch pad. This is your moment to seize the future. Announcer,
Back. Thanks for being there. Sports now. Let's join Ijoma Pitungwanti for the trending stories in the world of sports.
The future of Nigeria youth football, no doubt, revolves around grassroots talent hunt and development. This involved the just concluded football talent hunt in Obaru local government of Anambra State, where skilled players who can bolster Nigeria's age-grade football were discovered.
We're trying to bring unity into Obaru, and you know that where there is sport, there is love, and there's unity and there's peace. So that's the idea behind it.
Still on football, Former Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger has proposed a change to the offside rule that would mean attackers are offside if any part of their body is in line with the last outfit defender. Wenger, head of global development at World Governing Body FIFA, said it would restore an advantage to the attacker that many feel was eroded by the introduction of the video assistant referee. And finally, in today's UEFA Champions League semi-final match between Arsenal and PSG, sports enthusiasts are optimistic about an exciting showdown as Arsenal travel to Paris looking to overturn Paris Saint-Germain's 1-0 lead and reach the Champions League final.
I believe with Partey in the team today, I believe we will have a positive result and we come up on top.
Arsenal, which have not reached the final since 2006, face the favoured side PSG, which have won it.
To end the news, a recap of the major stories. NNPC Limited is to train and empower 6,000 vulnerable farmers across 6 geopolitical zones. You also heard in the news that Association of Federal Heads of Establishment has paid condolence visits to family of former chairman of the association, late Uduak Obot. That wraps up our package this morning, but please remember to be a star. Join NTA's campaign to stand against rape and rapists. There remain Ukun Ndem. Basiyang Ekpeyong is standing by for the news in translation.
Fotomekoto NNPC Limited eya no metoywan tos ni tio kriminiego unwam ukbe kemi perekoto jo political zone. Eberekoto Association of Federal Heads of Establishment ke for you for a tour about akeba. Kwai wa mese kamini mkivu nkrebase ya epeyo the equipment box in your basene. Money di okente Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPC Foundation, Kibibio, Eyemedino, Metoyuang, Ewakeke, Watos in Ethiopia, Uwam, Yukpe, Kefut Ikwe, Kotojo political zone, Ethiopia. Mbona media on Kemias Rodo, Dinam Yaknidiaba, Ifon, Kiram Yakoyambon.
Dinamukpemkpo amufogotomekoto NNPC Foundation etomo eno metoyuang iminirubok ansido dai wuru fogotomomi amete bala David adagaki wurumo atanga bokeri na mami asogodo adino okpemkpo medigi no metoyuang ifiok adigi ben uforo nyung nam yakniria baba sune kila Nigeria arusong metoyuang ameria go fon eto wamami ema ekomebo NNPC Foundation ke bang ifiok yen taranyen ame moebo ngene moebo ke me ya ngoma mo adini eti dok amedigi nam umyang diria aba no mono wo kirenyen ado adina mami amedogo ikpegiba ya kanake wo mitie koto southeast south southwest north central northwest and northeast Miko fogotomenti
Mono weskega kaiseke for you for a tour Silas about to make it para. The Yekisoni Swa Aba Medubenang. Morona Medion or Cable Edion Association of Heads of Federal Establishments. Ken Kanquaibum, Edomon 6 and Ekam Mimu, Matu Redon for Meset, Yakoyombo.
Eberekoto, the Association of Federal Establishments, Kestet Akwaibum, Amedai Wood, Ammo, Akaratusong, Enami Sangeka for a Teodora boat, Ameke Bara, Uyo. Isangami Srodori Kenem for ye, for a tailboat, Ameke Dogo, Kitko to a mo. Adokine Meke Tangiko, Ebogomi, Eboke Pampa, Kiniake Baraku Makedo wo, Amenege Tuwem, Yido, Sem Mono Wake Bem Poito. Then mono for a tailboat,
Ima wuri ne mesat eti ka banga isanga me ebogo Court Association of Federal Establishment ekediege adi foko yemmo inge komo mo ke banga ndong sat ame no mo si adogo ete obot ado wo me monu foko mo imiri support ifre mentiu utomomo ngene ya ebugo nye ke yogo sen nangitiun fiong sen socket afiong itiun iswami yidonga mo adaga ke nkodi korebo ke nkoko kaya itmepo miku fokutum
Kain tembong en kibi betri ro basen do sonken pawton hing mi do basen ya ikweyo tutumbubeyo